Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I'm going to do another watch review for you guys. As you guys know, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm a huge fan of the large, oversized dive watch kind of themed or category of watches. And you guys know I love Invicta, but next to Invicta, and guys, I love all watches, don't get me wrong. I have Bulova, I have Addy K, I have tons of different brands of watches, but really, if I have to pick a favorite, I just really like, for styling versus value, Invicta. But the watch company I want to review today is one that I've reviewed in the past before, and this is called Aragon, Aragon Watch Company. And this is really right up there with Invicta as far as the value you get and the quality you get. And if you're interested in that kind of over-the-top big watch kind of style, that's just something that works for me. It's something I've always liked to watch. It's something really large. It may not be for everybody, but nice thing about Aragon and Invicta, they have many different styles to choose from and many different sizes. So again, I'm really excited to present this watch to you. I have worked a deal with a gentleman from Aragon Watches to be able to review their product for my channel. And you guys know I got, we're gonna hit 7,000 subscribers pretty soon. You guys have told me you love the content, and I love sharing this passion of mine with you guys. One thing, as you know, I always pride myself on showing you what the watch looks like on the wrist, and it gives you a good idea what that watch might look like on you. It's always hard to kind of look at a picture sometimes and see what it's going to actually look like. It's like looking at a pair of wheels, not seeing them on the car, and everything's going to make it look a little different, the wheels, different tire size, the car. So I just kind of give you a good idea what that might look like on a guy my size, my height, and my weight. It maybe help you to make a purchase. So, as you know, I've reviewed many watches by Aragon before. I don't have a lot of Aragon watches, but I consider Aragon Android USA. That's what their old brand was, and they changed their name to Aragon. Probably something to do with, I guess, the name. I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I'm really, really thankful that the gentleman from Aragon Watches is able to send me product now so I can actually review it and share it with you guys. Because, not all the time are there watches that that I'm going to buy that are my style, but it still is nice to be able to share that with you guys, because just because you may not like the same watch I like, maybe you don't like something really all that large, it's nice to show you, different options, okay? And let's face it, all watches are cool no matter what they are, no matter who makes them, no matter what they cost. I personally think that they're all cool. It's amazing to me how many different models and colors. It's just, the list goes on how many different options you have. There's something for everyone. So the watch I want to talk about today is going to be a watch that, it's a newer one by Aragon. And if you like Invicta and you've bought watches based on my videos because you like that over-the-top, big, chunky watch, then you're absolutely going to love this one here by Aragon. This one's called the Gauge. This is one of the biggest watches that Aragon makes right now. Aragon has kind of changed their styling a little bit when they changed the name. Android used to have, most of their watches they tried to do really big, over-the-top, huge 55mm and over watches. And now they tend to gravitate more towards the 50, which, guys, is still a huge watch. But I'm glad to see they're still starting to come out with different things. And this watch is fantastic because it's a big, chunky watch. And I think as of right now, it's the biggest watch that Aragon makes. And guys, the quality and the price point of this thing is amazing. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. This is called the Gauge. And like I said, what I kind of compare this watch to is almost like your Sea Hunter by Invicta. It's just a big, huge, chunky watch. You have 55mm in case diameter, and that's not including your crown and pushers, which on this, you have your function pusher and your crown, which are pretty small, so you really have a lot of beef in the watch. And 55mm bezel, from the end of the bezel to the bezel. Then, of course, you have 23mm in case thickness. This one is done in several different models with different movements. The price changes. I'm going to review all the ones they have. Trust me, you'll be seeing them all. But this one here is powered by a Miyota 9100 automatic movement with 26 joules. Basically, on your face here, you have your, and I'm not super familiar with the watch yet because I just got it. You have your day of the week, okay, and then, of course, you have your month, and then you have your day of the month window. And then there's something off to the side here, another, not really sure what it is, to be honest with you. It's like another, I'll show you here. Let me show you the face here before I keep rambling on like I always do. See right up here? I'm not really sure what that does. I need to contact them and find out exactly what that little thing does. I can't seem to figure out what the point of it is. But nonetheless, this is a fantastic watch. Again, Japanese movement, Miyota 9100, which is a very well-respected movement. 26 joules in this one here. And if you're, if you don't know what joules means, like I said, I'm not a watch, I'm not really into the whole process of watch making. I just like to wear them, and I like to share them with you guys. But basically, joules, they actually put, I believe, rubies on inside friction points of the watch, because rubies are pretty hard, and it allows the watch to last longer and less wear. It's almost like a ball bearing, but it's a gemstone. The crystal on this one is a K1 crystal. It's something that Aragon uses in a lot of their watches, where Invicta uses your flame fusion. Now, sapphire crystal is always going to be more scratch resistant. K1 is just, it's going to be a step up from your standard just mineral glass, okay? So, and I've never scratched any of my watches, any of them. Aragon, none of them. And I wear them daily. I mean, daily with buttons on the inside of my, you know, as long as you don't abuse a watch, you're not going to scratch it. You have your screw down crown, which is pretty common. Your push button deployment safety clasp, which is always something I like that Aragon does. They actually have a fold over clasp that locks, and it actually locks without your secondary fold over clasp. It actually has a locking pin right on the inside, where Invicta's just kind of snap together. And I really like that Aragon does that with their watches, because it's just a much more secure fit. Not that I've ever had a watch fall off, but just saying, I just personally like that a little better. You can see the band. One thing I love about Aragon and Android is that they just always pride themselves on really unique looking bands. And you can see you have your exhibition window in the back. And what else? We have, this watch has great lume on your hands, of course, and on all your markers right around there. This thing gets really bright once you hit it with some direct sunlight and go into the dark. It's pretty bright for quite some time. What else? Oh, and then of course you have this beautiful, I mean, I love this, the best part of this watch, I think, is you have this gorgeous bezel. It's almost like a coin edge, but it's cut at an angle, and it's polished on the inside, and it's satin finish on the out. Most of the watch is polished, of course. This one here is done with the black bezel, and of course your black face. This watch does come in, I believe, in a blue, and it does come in also powered by your NH35, I believe, movement, where you don't have all the other gingerbread on there, like the day of the day. It's just basically time and day of the month. And, you know, I think it's a little cheaper. That one's going to be coming in the mail, too. That one's got a silver face and just your standard stainless bezel. So I really look forward to seeing that one as well. But this watch, guys, is a tank of a watch. It's definitely comparable to your Sea Hunter by Invicta. And for the price point of this thing, let me tell you, I mean, you're going to pay... You know, and I'm not bashing, you know I love Invicta, guys, but, I mean, one thing Aragon just gives you, which I really like, is they use really well-respected, and I'm not saying super high-end, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know what makes, you know, a handmade movement better than another one. All I know is they tell time. That's all I really care about. And I can tell you that the Miyota 9100, your Seiko NH35, NH36s, that's generally movements that Aragon uses in a lot of their watches, and it's pretty hard to really compete with Aragon for what you're going to get for your money. Not very often can you get a watch with an automatic movement of high quality, very well respected automatic movement, in a watch of this size and this beauty for the price point. And this watch right now can be had, and I'll put a link in the description where you can actually pick this up through my links and get the best deal on this here. And I definitely check the link there. And let me just tell you what the price point is on this thing right now is... Drumroll, $325. I mean, that's a great price. $325, automatic Miyota 9100 movement. It's a tank of a watch. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I just happen to have sitting here an Aragon Savant. This was powered by an NH35. I just want to show you the size difference. This is not a small watch. This is 50 millimeter. But look at the size difference in this one here. I mean, it is just a tank of a watch. And this is definitely something I think I'm probably going to keep because why not? it's beautiful. So you can see on the side there, I'll show you a little bit more around the side, because a lot of you guys say I just ramble on, which I do, but I just want to make sure you guys can see what it looks like. I mean, that bezel just really pops when the light hits it. Alright, now, a few more facts about this thing before I throw it on the wrist, okay? 55 millimeters, like I said, in case diameter, 23 millimeters in case thickness. It is naturally stainless steel. 9 inches in band length, 26 millimeters in band width, and of course 990 feet of water resistance, and it weighs 8.4 ounces. Now, I haven't actually put this on a scale, and I'll probably do another video review of this one too when I get the other one. And I want to put this on the scale because, frankly, you know, this is a big watch, and I know that your Sea Hunters by Invicta generally weigh about a pound. And this at only 8.4 ounces, I have to double check that figure because it feels a lot heavier than 8.4 ounces. So I'll definitely get back to you on that. Drop a comment, remind me, I'll definitely put it on a scale and weigh it for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist. Now, I'm about 5'7.5", let's not forget that half, and about 160 pounds, and I have a 7-inch wrist. Who knows, maybe now, you know, my weight fluctuates a little bit, so maybe it's even smaller, but generally it's about a 7-inch wrist, and so all these watches look really big on me. And you can see that this is no exception. This is a massive timepiece. And it's pretty hard nowadays, even when you start getting involved in you know, companies that make big watches, there's not a lot of 55mm watches out there. I mean, Invicta's going to be your best bet for getting large watches, but there's not a lot of people making watches in this size. And frankly, guys, if you like Invicta and you like my recommendations on what I told you already, you have to pick this one up in your collection. And like I said, that's something that, I just wish that, if you start getting involved in automatic movements in the Invictas, Invicta uses a lot of their Ronda movements, which are awesome, but they're battery powered, and the batteries do give out eventually, and it's just kind of a hassle. Where automatic, you never really have to worry about that for the most part. And it's really nice that Aragon is giving you a watch for the price point you would pay for a Sea Hunter, but with an automatic movement. And it's not like they're throwing some cheap automatic movement in. Miyota is a very respected, well-known Japanese automatic movement, and you really just can't. It amazes me every day that these companies are able to produce quality like this and product like this for the price point they sell them for. I'll get back a little bit just so you can see it from a little bit more of a distance there. Big watch. Remember, this watch, when you have it in the all black face, black is always going to be a little more slimming. So even with the black face, it still looks really huge. And I tell you guys, it feels great on the wrist. People always ask me a lot of times, oh well, I'm a small guy, and I don't know if that would really fit me, or if it's going to be comfortable. All these watches, one thing you have to remember with a big watch like this is you don't wear this loose. You size it to fit your wrist. Because if it's loose, it's going to be banging into the bones on your arm. You got to wear this one not tight where it hurts, but snug. I just get blown away. I'm just so happy with the deal and arrangement I have with Aragon to be able to get this stuff, and it's so nice of them, and I really thank them for being able to send me this product and review it for you guys to see what it looks like on the wrist. And man, you guys got to pick up some of the stuff. I mean, this is not my first Aragon watch. This is not my second. It surely won't be my third. I mean, the stuff they keep coming out with is absolutely fantastic. So, guys, I hope you like my video review of this watch here. Click the link in the description where you can pick this up for the best price. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Lots more watches going to be coming. Lots more Aragon watches going to be coming because, it's just, like I said, fantastic. I'm going to be able to get this product to be able to share with you guys, okay? And naturally, you always get it for the best value through my links in the description. Check out fatcatwatches.com for more information. And as always, guys, have a great day.